Yeah, again, guys. Hey, thanks for watching, thanks for commenting. Appreciate the guys who are subscribing. I'm following up on the video I just made. So it was about this shading and the difference between this shading and that shading, and why I think these things might be more affected than those things. So the more I've had to sit down and mull it over, I think the problem is that the operating voltages on these things are quite small by comparison to those. And if this thing's trying to track the maximum power point, and it sees a dip in the voltage, it probably assumes that there's less potential available power, right? And it's an algorithm that's got to cycle around and sort of, if you've ever dealt with the PID loop, there's got to be a percentage of error and there's got to be a correction rate. So I want to try and validate that against those. Now this one, as I mentioned, has got some shading going on. We used this one for the test where I artificially shaded it, but this one's got some real shading. And we've got quite a few weeks worth of data on it. And I'm just getting to the point of the day where it's going to start to come alive. So, got this busted ass old saw, and I'm going to go and sort it out. We're going to see whether or not that makes, how much of this one, what percentage of this one's dropping off because that string is shaded. So let's go and have a look. I swear to God I tried to kill this tree. I haven't been able to come down here because these little bloody birds moved in. Little shit. They're going to get baked on that one day. I'm going to come out here to roast chicken. Well, whatever little bird it is. I'm going to hack this bastard down. So 1, 2 are getting shaded, and potentially a third one over there. These 4 in this area right here, that's one string, and then I've got 2 more down the road. Now currently it's doing about 3100 watts. It should be doing a damn sight more than that. It should be like 4, 5, I think. So I'm going to hack them off. These are frangipani, so there's a lady down the street. She's a bit of a green thumb, so I'll take them off nice and gentle, and I'll drag them down to her, and she can repot them. She likes to sell them at the markets, I think. But yeah, let's see if we can get some of that power back.
A few moments later.
She gone. I'll go grab my fucking, my ladder broke. We're gonna have to assume that they're clean for the minute, otherwise I might get the drone up. Let's go and have a look and see what difference that made. Alright, so off the back of my last video where we were looking at the 150 by 100 with the 4 strings of panels, I've just gone and cleared the trees, and we've seen a difference here. Now bear in mind that the tree wasn't fully shading the panel, so there might be a bit more going on here, but we only saw roughly a 10% difference. Less than 8 or 9% difference. Now that might be because the panel wasn't entirely shaded, so I'm going to go back out there shortly. I'm going to grab my ladder. Bloody thing broke on me, I nearly fell off of it, and I'm going to fully shade one of the panels, and we're going to see what difference we get. But this sort of coincides with what we suspect it is anyway, which is the voltage of the MPPTs. The higher the voltage, then the lower the disparity is when one of the panels is shading, and therefore the MPPT is not actually as badly affected by it, which sort of coincides with the argument that you should push the voltage up on your solar arrays as much as you possibly can. Again, that's speculation on my behalf. I don't really know that, but shit, man, now sounds like a good time to go and try and figure it out, I guess. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so pretty interesting. The tree was only partially shading it. We weren't losing so much. So we were at 3839. Let's go with that. 3839. We're going to take 3043. Oh shit, 3839, take 3043, so we had an 800 watt drop. So I think the higher the voltage, the more tolerant it is to one of the strings being missing. So if we go, because that's not, there's more than 1200 watts in one of these panels, so you're losing 2/3 of that string. But it's not 25% by any, oh, well, is it? Let's have a look. It might be, I mean, the string's not producing its full power, so yeah, let's not jump to conclusions, 796 divided by 3839. Shit, it's 20% still. Times 100. I'm not playing video games, I'm making videos. So 20.7, right? But it's not 25%. It's not the whole string. So it seems like the less strings you have and the higher the voltage, the better the performance is when you've got partially shaded. solar panels, which actually coincides with what the guy said, is that when his two strings, and he's got higher voltage strings than I do because they're not DC coupled, the performance was roughly one panel. I mean, I imagine that there's a scale. If we plotted this out, there would be a point you'd hit where it is only the panel. So shooting for higher voltages is probably a really, really good idea. So that's interesting. I'm going to immediately post this one directly after the other one since I've already gone out there and recorded it all. So I'll pop this out probably a day later. And yeah, I appreciate everybody watching. Appreciate the comments. If you want to see more, hit subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.